Now it's time for Fox versus a projectile-heavy character with some interesting shield pressure options. Now, Fox, of all characters, can definitely hold his own when pressured in shield. He's got a very good jump to get out of shield. He's got good aerials. He's got up smash. No real uppy out of shield, but you know, everything else perfectly does the work. Young Link, on the other hand, has a little bit of a problem because we are facing a reflector character. A lot of Young Link's neutral is going to be presented with this wrinkle of having to respect that reflector at all times. He's got a nice little toothpick that you can use to try to keep Fox out. Fox would love to get in whenever possible. But this is going to be a very good showing considering the previous two sets that we saw.
Fox. Young Link.
Alright, and no hesitation. Without further ado,
3, 2, 1.
proceeding right on into losers semifinals, best of 5 territory. The winner of this gets to play True. Nope, I'm wrong. The winner of this gets to play Chronos. The winner of that gets to play True. And right out the gate, Robert taking advantage a little bit of the pace that Feller is trying to set. Gets 66 racked up just as punishes, not even as his own particular aggression. A lot of Feller's attempts to pressure Robert or pressure his shield being met with so much pushback. Right, very good tech away out of Robert, but not prepared for an aerial approach. Feller holding him in this corner and catches his roll through with dash attack. A completely random up smash, but kind of a bait. Is able to get the shield out for Robert's up B, and the second up smash will certainly do it. Characters sitting in shield. Robert, a lot of these disengaging nairs are putting in a decent amount of chip damage for him, but at this point we really don't need chip damage. We need to get this Fox off the stage and fast. Feller not biting on any of the quick shield pressure, but does jump into the up air. Very good coverage out of disadvantage from Robert. Alright, and today I learned that Fox F-Tilt can just kind of interrupt that. Now we have to respect the possibility of the same footstool out of Feller that ended the previous set. Not quite able to catch Young Link's return to stage. And actually, Fox just hurtbox and gravity specifically getting him out of that down air that looks to be connecting into itself. Feller finding the opportunity for Nair up smash. Pretty much what we expect from this character at this point. But too much aggression on shield and you're going to be upbeat, sent deep into disadvantage. Very well positioned Reflector to take back the corner for himself, and Feller forcing Robert's Young Link into the corner once again. Robert struggling to try to get this stock out of here. Feller putting in so much damage already. Really just holding his own in neutral so well. And Robert reaching a point where he's not willing to commit out of his own shield on Fox aerials. So many of them are so safe. He's really got to wait for the possible spot dodge, possible grounded normals out of Fox. A huge commitment out of Feller, not being hard punished. Both these players having to respect one another, and Feller upping the tempo just a little bit too much, getting caught out and confirmed into up air. And in that case, trying to catch Robert on a jump out of disadvantage. Once again, roll through. You cannot roll through Feller. You simply cannot. He will up smash your roll through. But Robert not trying quite yet, does get his shield out after that roll through. Feller's still trying for the same read, but not committing quite soon enough. And we are well out of Nair up smash range. We've reached a point where it's just a tech situation. You have to go for a bit of a 50-50 on it. Very good positioning to shield the arrow and get a forward throw on this, but Fox is going to be struggling to kill a bit at these points. Excellent shield out of Feller. Just quick read of Robert's burst, jumping there. And the punish that we exactly wrote up. Alright, Robert right before he left said Feller's a bit of a wild card. Feller brings a lot of variety in the characters that he brings out. He's just continually putting on a major offensive, making a name for himself in this scene. And Feller having absolutely no hesitation, diving right on into this second game. Already mounting 52%. Does get parried. Aggression does meet this stone wall, but I mean, Robert not getting much out of it. Resets to neutral. And very good frame trap of the up air on that dodge. And I mean, that was a hard read that seems to not pan out, but Feller's still choosing a bit of a panicked air dodge in. Exactly where Robert wants him to be. Never ready for that landing there. Always gotta be ready. It's any young link that you see. You've successfully shielded the back air, or you've successfully shielded the rising there. You've gotta be ready for the following there. You will sneak that in. Such a quick move, so safe on shield. Robert's still holding on for dear life after that up smash. Trying to find his way back in. Once again, we see that roll in. You know that Feller clears those loud and clear. Covers the ledge. Lingering just a little bit too long. The Homie Boomerang is going to give Robert a free F smash. Push Feller deep into this corner. Force him to jump up into an up air from Robert. Robert holding his own so much more convincingly in this game compared to game one. Really not letting Feller get any momentum. Feller's struggling to get out of this corner. So much chip damage has been racked up. Excellent job getting underneath Robert, parrying his landing aerial, and using that so to extend his advantage. But finally, Robert resets the circumstance, gets him up to 107, and all of these down tilts on shield you have to respect if you're Feller. See Feller jumping out of shield a lot after this. Robert trying to find the opportunity that he needs. Doesn't quite die to the drag down. Manages to make it back to stage. And lapped Feller fully in percent and just a raggedy F throw. Tossed in there, a bit of a DI mix-up. And a bit just Fox being a light character and yelling at rage. Robert evening up the set to 1-1. Game 3 gonna really determine the tempo of the remainder of this match. Or briefly hovering over town and city before remembering that young links love going there.
Stop the battle. Fox. Young Link. Three, two, one, go!
Just like this, Robert enters the driver's seat for the third game. Feller with a quick offensive comeback. Feller is deciding the pace of things, already 55% on Robert, actually catching him in advance of that down air, and then knowing that a second one is coming and catching him on his landing. Robert's struggling to get off this ledge, has to time it around his bomb, which means Feller knows the exact timing to get his own grab. Multiple techs here, continuing to successfully tech, and still manages to make it back to stage. The first missed tech here, and it's not quite enough to kill Feller. Leaving Robert at 134, and Feller making it safely back, planting his feet on the stage, and then planting his feet into Robert, giving himself the stock lead on this third game. Robert finally finding a good opportunity to force Fox into the corner off the stage. Quite a linear recovery, easily punishable, and Feller being put onto even stops. Passive nairs, Robert finding the exact tempo to get up in between those. Take back center stage for himself. Boomerang's gonna get a lot started here, pulls bomb while he has the opportunity, and baits the reflector out of Feller, keeping him further into that corner. Overcommitment to the uppie out of Robert, and multiple panic options. Feller hedging out all of these. Seems like Feller's waiting for something, but I mean, while he's waiting, Robert chooses to strike. Closes out that second stock quickly with excellent platform pressure. Feller really just presenting a target for Robert. You don't want to let everybody back to stage every single time and just strictly go for ledge trapping. Just jumping out a single time makes them at least consider that you might go for an offensive. The raggedy up smash, swiftly hitting a ghost and giving Robert every opportunity to punish and to cover landings. Feller already up to 80 on this. After a very convincing game one from Feller, Robert seems to be running away a little bit with the set. It's up very aggressively, sitting at 139. I mean, the risk is worth the reward. Robert is still holding on at 154. Every single boomerang, every bomb, every arrow. Gets Feller up to 99%. He does find the back air. Very clean ledge trapping. Not quite kissing the right blast zone. And Robert trying to catch Feller on a jump out of shield, but Feller not quite having the punish ready for the down air. Forces himself into the corner and then gets caught on his scramble out of the corner by Robert's up air. That gives Robert really the set advantage, counter pick advantage, assuming we do see a game 5. Feller just choosing to go back to Pokemon Stadium. Robert seems to have found his footing. But as we've learned from the start of all of these games, it can be very explosive. One player can quickly rack up so much damage and force the other into such a defensive position. So running in immediately and being caught out by a Young Link Nair, which is just going to immediately start Robert's entire game plan for this 4th game. Both of these characters having such good frame data on shield, such good pressure. It's like nobody is safe at any point. When you're in shield, you could be facing a lot to get past. Almost exactly even percents here. Robert getting a tech situation on the platform with that arrow, causing his own downer, but we're resetting to neutral. Feller always seems to have a defensive option available for these projectiles. Sneaks in with a quick up smash and gets a nair up smash on Robert trying to take back the center. Tech chase out of Robert. With all of his rage reset by Feller taking the first stock, it's not going to be lethal. It's really going to be deciding whether Robert can quickly bring this back or if he's going to already be up to 44 on his second stock. Still struggling to close out Feller's stock. Doesn't quite catch the jump and the air dodge down from Feller in disadvantage. Stray Nair will finally hit to force Feller deeper into this corner. I love that partial beefy uppie from Feller. Force Robert off the ledge, do a little bit more damage, but caught back in neutral. Robert brings it to even. Feller, I mean, letting it rip, not really the greatest downside on these up smashes, but it has to be exactly what Robert expects. You can't imagine that you're not going to be beating a shield or just meeting a whiff. Finally, Robert getting a little too impatient, narrowing out a shield there, getting caught out by an anti-air. Very good damage. Excellent little swing out of Robert, putting Feller up to 129 deep in the corner here. The reflector is going to let him back onto stage, but I mean, he's still stuck at ledge. Feller's doing such a good job short hopping over so many of these arrows, but as soon as you have Robert in disadvantage, you've got to be ready for that aggressive aerial on the way back. Robert manages to bring the stocks back to even in a much closer deficit than before. Not even a deficit anymore, just those bread and butters and extending his combo on the platform. Gonna put Feller up to 70. That is some excellent Jab lock out of Fellers. Not going to do an awful lot when Robert finds a burst back into the corner. He will take the set. Look like Feller's game to lose. Robert managed to find something left in the tank and give himself the chance to play against Kronos in Losers Finals. Not sure why the bracket says it's Shu, but the bracket says it's Shu. I'm gonna go put food into my body because I'm dying, but I will be back shortly. Guys,